So hello fam, welcome back to the page. This is Leslita, and I know I came on here the other day. I told you guys I was having a block reading. I am able to read again, but I do still want to do some of the walkthroughs and what I believe the cards mean. Today I want to start with the Fin de Siècle. Kipper, okay? Fin de siècle just means the end of the century, turn of the 19th century, Victorian. Let's just put it that way. This is a Victorian age deck, okay? It's a Ciro Marchetti deck, and we're gonna go through the cards, okay? I'm gonna flip through and make sure I give you a really good look. Give you the type of look I like to have when I'm looking at these decks, because we all know that before I buy a deck, I like to make a replica, okay, and see if it fits me, because every deck doesn't fit every reader. Also, here's the book that comes with the Fin de Siècle. If I run across a card that's giving me a little trouble giving you a definition, which I shouldn't, because I've been reading with this deck for a long time, but there are cards that are actually in the deck that were not in the digital version, guys. I believe it was 3 or 4 cards at the end of the deck. Okay, let me adjust this. Make sure you guys can see. Trying to decide if it's better without the light. I think it is. Alright. Okay, let's start off with card number 1, which is going to be the main male. And it's a signifier card, okay? And it's going to allude to the main male in the situation, okay? Card number 2 is going to be the main female, okay? She is the main woman, alright? These cards are really good if you're reading for third-party situations, because there will be other women. Also for family situations, because there are different age groups. But in specifics, if you're reading for third party, it's easy to tell which one is you and which one is the other woman, depending on your role in the relationship, okay? 3 card is marriage, okay? Marriage does mean committed relationships, long-term relationships, but it could also mean just 2 things coming together, no matter what they are, all right? Number 4 is courtship, okay? This is the period where you and someone are getting to know each other with the intentions of getting together, okay? Not just bumping, alright? If y'all are just bumping, it'll be a card for that later on that I would use, alright? Number 5 is the mature man. This man usually represents a grandfather, an uncle, a teacher, a scholar. But if we're doing third-party reading, this would be the other man. The mature woman, okay? Once again, she represents mothers, grandmothers, aunts, things like that, okay? Teachers, role models, okay? But also, in a third-party reading, she would be the other woman. Message. And message is simply that. It could be a letter, could be a text, could be a phone call. I don't usually take it as a visit. Never visit, just messages, okay? Or mail. You know, if a package comes in or something like that. There's another card I would use for package too. Now, this is an interesting card. False person. Now, I'm going to tell you. False person, 9 times out of 10, does not mean someone that's lying to you. I rarely find it to be that. Usually, this is a secret lover card. Someone who's spying on you. Someone who hasn't quite allowed you to see who they are truly. Or just someone that's keeping a secret. Also someone who's gossiping. Okay? The number 9 card is change. Okay? Change usually has to do with moving. I know y'all see the car, it has furniture in it or whatever, but it could mean any great change in a person's life. But 9 times out of 10, the way you read these, there will be a card usually on this side and a card on that side. Whatever's on this side is what you're leaving. Whatever's on this side is what you're moving towards. Okay. Journey. Journey just means travel. It also means growth. It could mean moving from one portion of your life to the next portion of your life. Okay. It is important to note that the stairway that the luggage is going on is not connected to anything. It could also mean a missed opportunity. A lot of times I do see this card as a missed opportunity. Number 11. I'm going to tell you something very interesting just for the times right now. This often is my COVID card. Okay, COVID-19, SARS-2, CoV-2. Okay, this is my card that shows up for. But normally it just means some abundance that comes out of nowhere. Hence why it's showing up as SARS-2. Okay, yeah, it's just like hitting the jackpot. Something really great that's comes out of the blue, out of the woodworks. It's not something that you work for. It's not something that you earned or deserved. It's just something that lands on your doorstep. Okay. Number 12, the privileged lady. Now, she can also be the other woman, particularly if she's a kept woman. This woman, as you can see, is dressed nice, looks nice. Her appearances are extremely important. It could be someone that's keeping up appearances. It could be someone that's well-to-do, but 9 times out of 10 is someone who is kept. It's not the type of woman that goes out and earns her living. This is the type of woman that's cared for, whether it's by family or lovers, okay? But she's very well taken care of. And, you know, especially if in a relationship, if the main woman is older and the mistress is younger, this will be her card. Here's her counterpart, the wealthy man. Okay, there are times when you may ask for descriptions of a man, and if he is running a good business or about to come into some money, or he's solid in money, you will get this. Okay, this man's a banker. I know you can see the bank behind him, the tally machine right here. He's wearing a goddamn top hat and gloves. As you can see, he's holding his gloves here. Okay, so he's a distinguished man, educated man, businessman, prosperous man. Okay, he could be a trapper. Just keep it real. 14 is messages of concern or message of concern. This is usually bad news or some sort of news that makes you feel some type of way. She's clutching her heart, people. Okay, so this is not good news. If I'm moving closer, you might be able to see her face if I can get it to focus. But my hands are a little shaky, so I don't think I'll be able to. You know, I'm not. But oh, I done messed up the focus now. I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. She's very worried in the face. Okay, so this is definitely something that you're worried about. It's something that brings worry. Okay. 15 is the Lovers. Okay. That's pretty self-explanatory, but we are going to look in the book because I think there was something in the Lovers card that I never use it as. When I was going through the book, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay. If this card comes up with the Lovers card, okay? I said the Lovers card. With the false person card, okay? It would mean that that person is a cheater, a manipulator, or a gold digger, okay? It could be friendship as well as relationships. That's what it was. It also can mean harmony. Like just everything just being nice and harmonious in your life, okay? 16. It says thoughts, but in original Kipper decks, it would be his thoughts. As you can see, he is sitting here thinking about this woman. Interesting story about this woman. She's in the deck at multiple ages. As you can see, she's looking kind of young in the painting, but he has gray hair. This is the main male. As he gets older, this is him thinking back to her when she's younger. Okay, it could be nostalgic thoughts. It could be thoughts of romance, but in particular, it is most certainly almost always a person thinking about their lover, the thoughts of their lover, or the object of their desire. Okay. 17, gift. This is any surprise. Okay. Also any gift. Okay. It also alludes to holidays. So if you're looking for timing, this card will usually say to you the next upcoming holiday. All right. Including birthdays. All right. 18 is the child. All right. Yeah. It's usually talking about children, things that are young, newly started projects, or things with young energy. Okay, things or people with young energy. 19 is the coffin. Okay, it has to do with transformation, moving from one phase to the next, things that are ending. Okay, also things that are at a standstill or stagnant, that aren't going anywhere. Okay. But 9 times out of 10, it's either alluding to the death of something or the transformation of something. 20 is house, okay? House denotes your home, comfort, people that are close to you, okay? It gets closer with 21, family room. Family room is about comfort. The people that are closest to you. Especially say if you ask a question, who is someone closer to? And this card comes up with one of the people. This is the person that they're closest to. It's about relaxation. Yeah, just comfort. 22, official person. This is usually someone who wears a uniform. Anyone that wears a uniform to work, or could be a doctor, could be a police officer. A lot of times, these are military personnel, security guards, things like that. It also could mean someone who's just in charge of something, the boss, the manager, the supervisor. Or it could be someone that just has a lot of fucking rules. 23, courthouse. Trying to think, how do I want to describe this one? Because there's another card that's similar to it. I think I'm just going to pull the book out on this one for y'all, because to me that's one of those cards. It depends on what's around it. How am I going to identify it? Okay, so in the book it's saying that this is a challenging card. Lawsuits, court proceedings, divorces, wills, contracts, tax disputes, and all legal matters. If the cards that are close to this are good, it means that it's going to turn out good. If the cards that are around it are bad, it means things may come out bad. But usually I just kind of think of it as decisions, some sort of solidified decision. If I'm asking about a relationship, it could mean that the relationship is going public, meaning on paper. Could be a marriage, but usually separations, divorce. 24 is the thief card. Okay, there's an orphan in this card. A lot of times I do get this card for people that feel displaced. But it could mean someone is sneaking around. It could mean that someone is taking something from you. A lot of times it just means pay attention to your surroundings. You're being distracted by one thing, okay, so that something else can move in. All right. 25 is going to be high honor. This is a card about respect, admiration, being put up on a pedestal, big. It makes the cards next to it bigger. If you have high honor in thief, I would believe that somebody is really trying to steal something big from you. Someone is really pulling over the wool over your eyes big time. So this card is like a multiplier card to me. It just makes something 3 or 4 times more serious than what you normally would think it is. 26, great fortune. I'm going to tell you, this card is also showing up as pandemic, okay, or epidemic, okay, because of the outpouring. But in general, this is a great card. It means that the heavens have smiled upon you and you're about to be abundant. They're just pouring transformation and gold and happiness and all types of things on you amidst, you see the clouds in the background, amidst what was a bad time for you. 27, unexpected outcome. This is a card about unexpected income. I said outcome, but I meant income. I apologize. A small sum of money making its way to you that you just weren't expecting. It could be someone repaying a loan you never thought they were going to repay. It could just be someone giving you a gift. It could be some interest earned that you weren't expecting, but it is money coming into you, and it's usually not a huge sum, but it could be a decent sum. 28, expectation. This is a card about waiting. If you see her and you see how she's holding her fingers, you'll know that she is waiting. As far as timing goes, a lot of times this card means somewhere around a year. About a year's wait, give or take. Okay. 29, imprisonment. Okay. You see the little mouse there. That's there because of the way jails were at the turn of the 20th century. But yeah, it's about imprisonment. It's about not being able to move, not being able to do what you need to do, period. Adjudication, number 30. This means a decision is being made. A solid decision is being made. For people that are asking about divorces and things like that, or court cases, it means that the judgment will be handed down. It will be finalized soon. If you're looking to buy a home or something like that, and you're waiting to see when will it be finalized, this is the card you'll be looking for, okay? It's just a decision. Final decision. 31, bad health. Now, remember I told you there was courtship, right? Which is people dating you with the intentions of being in a relationship with you. Here's the other. This is the hookup card, okay? And only because he's in a bed and there's a woman on the bedside, okay? But it very well could mean illness. It could mean being tired, needing to take a rest, yeah, or just needing to do some self-care. 32 is despair. It's just sorrow. It's just feeling like you can't get out of something. Also, there's a dog curled up next to him, which makes me believe that there's someone that is being loyal to the person in despair, and they are also in despair because of this person's sorrow. So, yeah, sometimes when I pull this out, it makes me want to tell people there is someone there with them that's going through it just because they're going through it. But yeah, sadness, sorrow, upset, okay? 33 is concern, okay? This is just when something's on your mind and you can't really get it off your mind, okay? But it's not so much despair like this one. There are lilies, calla lilies in the background, so it's peaceful, but it's you know, when you worried about something, when you're thinking about something, because it could be a problem or could become a problem. 34 is occupation. It could mean your job, or it could mean anything that is giving you a hard time, anything that is taking a lot of your time, anything that you're using your hands to do or make, okay? 35 is pathway. This is another one of those timing cards. This is another card that usually means a year or better. But it is a positive card, okay? It means, as you can see, it's kind of dark here. The pathway is leading straight to the light. There are butterflies, so there's transformation along the path. It means that things are looking up. They will go where you want them to go, but you have to travel the distance, okay? And sometimes the distance isn't short. This should be the last card of the deck, which is 36 on this card. And this deck is called Distance Horizons. In a traditional deck, it is called Hope Great Water. Now, it could mean a couple things. It could mean that you're about to gain all of your biggest hopes and wishes. It could mean traveling great distance. Okay. That's it to me. Pretty much that's it. Either your hopes and wishes are coming through, or this is something that's coming from far away. Here's the additional card. 37 is poverty. Although it could mean being poor, it could mean feeling left out, could mean feeling abandoned, could be feeling overworked, unappreciated. 38 is the same way. Toil and labor. It's something that it's just taking too much work, and you're not getting a lot out of your work, okay? And then the last card is 39, community. Other readers, I'm going to tell you, oftentimes this card comes up to me when someone has an additional family. But it could just mean community. Alright, so that was the flip through of the Fin de Siècle, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope if you get a deck that helps. If not, and you want to make one, hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.